Hello class, and welcome to your week 2 assignment for the scope statement, the ECS scope statement for your project. Now, one of the first things I want you to do is go ahead and download the template. The template's going to be where the majority of the information that is required is going to be located. Now you can see that there's a list here of the things that we're going to be putting into there. All of those are composed into that template. So let's pull that template up. You'll see that the ECS project scope statement template is going to, I'll call it, be an evolutionary document. The last document you worked on was the team charter. The team charter started to identify some of the information associated with the project, but it didn't give you the firm, hard documentation required. It gave you enough to start the project. That was decomposed out of the project proposal and that proposal template. This week, this scope statement is another one of those documents that will be going back to that project proposal, but this is where we really sharpen the pen. This is where we take a look at everything that was required, everything that was requested by the customer as a deliverable is going to be associated with this project scope statement. So you'll fill out your project, I'll call it your general project information. All of that's going to go into this particular area, and then you're going to have something we refer to as an SOW, or a statement of work. That statement of work is going to be a very accurate description of what we think this work is going to encompass. And I've given you examples here. If it's a software development program, you know, what would be the 7 to 10 pages of information that might be required. Now you don't have to put 7 to 10 pages in here even though we're talking about it. I think that the scope, if you've defined this correctly, should be able to fit into a 2-page format for this particular area. Now also, as the team leader, make sure you take this document especially and farm it out to other people. Everybody should be working in a collaborative environment. Other people should be helping here. Any of the project deliverables need to be identified. Take a look at the descriptions I've got in here in addition to the project objectives. What is it that you are, what is it that is the objective of the project? What are the cost, schedule, and quality objectives of this project? Make sure you document those in here. Now, we did talk about some high-level assumptions. We talked about some high-level risks in the charter, but here's where I want you to really look at 15 to 20 project assumptions. Look at the constraints, 10 to 15 constraints. Exclusions, take a look and see if you can find 10 to 15 exclusions that could be required for this particular project. The acceptance criteria, give me a firm, developed look at what that acceptance criteria is. You should take the information from the project charter and it comes over here and it becomes a little bit more refined. This is where we really start to polish it. Make sure you understand what you think any of those technical requirements would be, and then once again I need the project manager's approval or signature, and then I will once again come in and give you the customer or sponsor approvals. You don't have to fill that in. This particular document is what you want to get as cleanly and as detailed as possible. I'll call it that process flow that we've been talking about. This document flows out of the project charter. It's the scope statement. It's going to flow to next week's assignment for the WBS structure, the work breakdown structure. Your work breakdown structure will be a direct reflection of this. It'll almost mirror the information that's in here, or need to mirror it. And ultimately, once you finish the work breakdown structure, then we go into goals and objectives, tasks, subtasks. So we're developing the scope, which is one of the most important and hard things to do in a project, up front. So make sure if you've got any problems, issues, or concerns, you contact me. Remember that I'm your representative for the Project Management Office, the PMO for ECS. So if there's anything you need additional information on, feel free to reach out to me. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.